PA senior forward who averaged 16.2 points per game. That is 5th in the Northeast Conference. A two-time first-team All-NEC performer. Hamilton is Monmouth's all-time leading free throw shooter and also the 2004 NEC Tournament MVP. Gordon Klaver on the first team for the second straight year. He's a junior forward from FDU. Averages 16 points per game, which is 6th in the league in scoring. What a versatile, well-rounded player. 2nd in the league in rebounding, 9th in steals. Already over 1,000 career points as a junior. Darshawn Lucky from St. Francis, Pennsylvania, no stranger to this list. 3rd time he's been named All-NEC, 2nd time on the first team. He is 2nd in the league in scoring, 10th in the nation at over 21 per game. A former NEC Rookie of the Year. Lucky is 5th all-time in points at St. Francis, PA. Chaz McCroman, the silky smooth scorer from Robert Morris, is also on our first team. 3rd in the league in scoring at 16.9 points per game, but he's also 4th in blocks, 6th in steals, and 8th in rebounds. McCroman led the Colonials to the 3 seed in this year's tournament. Quinnipiac's explosive point guard Rob Monroe, the senior, is on our All-NEC first team. He leads the league in scoring at over 22 a game and is 4th in the country in points. Monroe is 2nd in the league in assists, 16th in the country in that category, and 1st in the NEC in free throw shooting. Now the NEC Defensive Player of the Year, it's Dearnest McLemore from Wagner, a near unanimous selection. He helped keep opponents to 56 points and just over 33% shooting from the field. McLemore is 8th in the league in steals. The NEC Rookie of the Year is Alan Shepard from St. Francis, New York. The scoring swingman led all newcomers with 11.3 points per game and shot over 51% from the floor. He's 2nd on his team in rebounding. Shepard was a league-leading 4-time Choice Hotels Rookie of the Week award winner. The Jim Fallon Coach of the Year award in the NEC goes to LIU's Jim Ferry. A 6th win improvement from last year is the best turnaround in the NEC and the biggest jump in the league in 4 years. He led the Blackbirds to a 4 seed, and they are hosting a home playoff game. And as we told you earlier in the broadcast, Blake Hamilton is our NEC Player of the Year, 2-time first-team All-Conference, 1,400 career points entering postseason play. He joins former teammate Rasan Johnson as the only Monmouth players to ever win the Player of the Year award. And that's all for tonight's special edition of the NEC Notebook. Central Connecticut didn't have anybody on any of those lists, but they lead this game 32-18. We'll be back. Monmouth, the 3-time champions here in the Northeast Conference, the defending champions and the #1 seed this year, trail Central Connecticut State 32-18 here at the break. And it's time for our halftime stats, Terry, and they're brought to us by New York Sports Clubs. Strengthen your game at New York Sports Clubs. There's a million reasons to join.
Well, when you look at it, it's all about shooting. Central 52%. The last 4 times they were here, 38%. Monmouth at home, 24%. Didn't get a field goal in the last 8 minutes. And Central, as you can see, on a 15-3 run. What a way to go into halftime.
Monmouth will need that textbook passing and 3-point shooting to come back in this one. They trail by 14 at the break. Back with the second half after this.
What is your dream? To be a teacher? A success in business? To design robots? To make a difference in our world? Wherever your dream leads, Central Connecticut State University will help you pursue it. Honored as a leadership institution, CCSU offers challenging undergraduate, graduate, full, and part-time programs.
At CCSU, teaching is our mission. All that we do is aimed at one thing, to help our students start with a dream and finish with a future.
Who are you?
Who can make you cheer?
And play your fight song?
Who can bring you to your feet?
Or bring you to your knees?
When the game is on the line, who do you want to take the last shot?
NCAA basketball. Who's your team?
For all the latest news from around the NEC, check us out on the web. It's everything you need to know and more.
Monmouth University, a nationally respected, comprehensive university at the Jersey Shore. We're on the crest of today's leading technologies and highly focused on the intellectual connection between professor and student. In one of the most exceptional and vibrant campus environments in the nation, you can experience an energy unique to Monmouth University. Whether it's a brilliant breakthrough in an emerging technology still unexplored, or the cast of the next Broadway hit, Monmouth graduates will be part of it. From the classroom to the playing field, you can catch the spirit and feel the intensity, only at Monmouth University.
Want to take your career to exciting new heights or explore a world of ideas? Graduate Studies at Central Connecticut State University is the right choice for you. Conveniently located in New Britain, CCSU offers excellent professors, affordable tuition, flexible schedules.
With more than 40 master's degree programs, we have a lot to offer. Whether you're interested in education, technology, or business, Graduate Studies at CCSU will prepare you to lead.
Affordable, convenient, excellent. Graduate Studies at CCSU, the right choice for you.
The underdog Blue Devils from Central Connecticut State leading Monmouth at the half, 32-18 here at Boylan Gymnasium in West Long Branch. And Paul Dottino is standing by with Dave Calloway, the Monmouth coach.
Okay, Dave. Now, Coach, you went the last 8+ minutes of that half without a field goal. But what upsets you more right now, the fact that you're not running your offense or the fact that they're really beating you up on the boards?
Well, probably a little bit of both. But the problem with the offense was, we didn't do a good job of executing, and the few times we did execute, we got good looks, but then we didn't knock them down. So we got to do a very good job of being precise and being efficient on offense and execute to a T, and then we're going to have to eventually make shots, and then we got to do a better job on the boards.
Thank you, Dave. Best of luck.
All right, thanks.
Okay, Dave, back to you.
All right, Paul. Obi Wadiki is the leading scorer for Central Connecticut. He has 9 points.
Well, great look inside by Hickenbottom to find Wadiki wide open. Hamilton not seeing him come from behind. And here you see nobody blocking out on the side for the Hawks. The tip the ball goes right into Wadiki. He takes it up. He misses. There's Hamilton going away from the ball. I'm not sure what he's doing, but there's Jason coming in and clearing the boards with that stick back. And the only bright spot for the Hawks has really been the play of Chris Kenny. He's going to pick up this loose ball and race down the floor with it, take it all the way in, concentrate between the two Blue Devils, and finish the play. He's got 9.
To lead the Hawks, Hamilton has 6 behind him. And Brandon Owens has 3. On the Central side, Wadiki with 9, Hickenbottom 7 off the bench, Mojica 6 off the bench, and Tristan Blackwood has a couple 3-pointers. The Central bench outscored the Monmouth bench 13-3 in that first half.
And one of the stats that also is surprising, Dave, is points in the paint. Central has 14, only 8. Again, Monmouth, you would think with Blake Hamilton, they'd have some more points in the paint, not getting it done in there, not going up strong with his move to the left. He's left-handed. He takes that ball up, but he's fading away as he's finishing the shot, and that ball's rolling around and rolling out on him.
Monmouth usually so strong here at home, 7-2 in the league at home this year, 8-4 overall, and that's a down year. Usually even more dominant than that. Had a couple tough non-conference foes come in here. Wadiki trying to fight for the rebound, and it went off of him out of bounds to Monmouth. Out-of-town scores in the NEC quarterfinal round tonight. Fairleigh Dickinson defended their home court by defeating St. Francis, New York. LIU will live to play another day, the 4 seed. They win, and Wagner leading at Robert Morris, the 3 seed, 58-54 in the second half.
So only one team at home, Robert Morris, in danger of being eliminated here in NEC. And there's Hamilton finally taking it up. And that time, Dave, he didn't slide away. He finished it strong.
8 points for Hamilton. Well, Monmouth is the other team that's playing at home that is struggling tonight. Blackwood thought he was fouled. Missed the shot. Delish for 3. Marcus Alston doing work on the glass.
Well, they need a complete effort on the offensive boards. The first half, they got one shot, and that was about it.
A foul away from the ball.
Fouls on Hamilton, offensive down low, and I think it was a great call by Eddie Corbett. Hamilton, you know, maybe starting to feel it. NEC Player of the Year, wants to carry this team back here in the second half. Has to be very careful. You're bigger, stronger, just go down and establish yourself. Don't hook the defender.
Second foul on Blake Hamilton, the senior forward for the Hawks.
Great steal by Hamilton there. Dave really working hard now. So you can see, you know, Dave Calloway may have had a little conversation one-on-one, man-on-man in that locker room.
Hamilton certainly acting like it as he flushes from the left side, and Central needs time.
Well, whatever he was drinking in that locker room, that water was very strong, or that one-on-one conversation with Dave Calloway, that was an excellent move there. But again, no offensive foul, just establish that position. So that was that first one early on, but again, he's taking the ball right up to the basket, no fade away there. And now we get the powerful jam here. Great position there, and just goes up and down. And Pittman with 2 fouls, he's got to stand by and watch.
Hamilton possessed here in the second half. He now leads Monmouth with 10. Well, it's time for our Arapastal tournament fact. Former Monmouth player Rasan Johnson holds the NEC tournament single game scoring record with 40 points versus St. Francis, New York. That occurred back on March 3rd, 2000. Arapastal is an official sponsor of the 2005 NEC basketball tournament. Visit an Arapastal store near you. And that guy was tough to handle. Led the Hawks to the 2001 NEC title. Came back from 20 down in that game to beat St. Francis of New York. Rasan Johnson, one of the top scorers in league history. And this is the guy that led them to the tournament last year, Blake Hamilton, and he's starting to wake up here in the second half. Paul Dottino, what's up?
Well, Dave, Howie Dickerman did not like the way Blake Hamilton caught the ball on the post on those first 2 Monmouth possessions. So the next time it happens, he has told his team to go for the double down. At the same time, he wants them to watch the backdoor screen on the baseline. Back to you.
Okay, Paul, Monmouth has cut it to 10.
Central needs to be very patient right now here. Get lots of touches on the basketball.
DeMario Anderson has been pretty quiet. 4 points for Central's leading scorer. Alston with a tough rebound.
Doing a better job this half again on the defensive board, the Hawks.
Hamilton again. The double came late. And Wadicki steps around to deny.
Well, Wadicki cannot deny in position down low. He is quick enough to get around. If that pass isn't pinpoint, he can get around and get a hand on it.
Central Connecticut with Blackwood, Wadicki, Anderson, Hickenbottom, and Jefferson in the game. And they're taking their time, 10 on the shot clock. Wadicki on Alston. 2 great rebounders in this league. And Hickenbottom comes away with it.
And a fresh 35. Need to be, again, patient. Try to get the ball inside. If they don't have it there, kick it weak side. Look for the open shot there.
Central can afford to take their time on offense, up by 10. Blackwood, what a move. And a blocking foul on Blake Hamilton, his 3rd foul. Trying to slide in front of Jason Hickenbottom.
And he's got to be very smart, Blake. He knows he can't afford to be sitting on the bench. Dave needs him there. He lets the offensive guy get by him, and then he slides in with that left knee. Easy call for the official.
Hamilton will stay in the game with 3 fouls. Has to. He's the only hot hand right now for Monmouth. Anderson stripped. Tyler Azzarelli. Kenny nearly traveled. DeLeach to Alston, 20 on the shot clock. Alston has been quiet offensively. And we have a holding foul in the post. It looked like they got Wadiki. That is his second foul. 15:55 left in this ball game. The 8th seed, Central Connecticut, leading Monmouth, the top seed, 32-22 here in this NEC quarterfinal game. We'll be back. Central Connecticut led by 14 at the half. They now lead the Monmouth Hawks by 10. 15:55 left in this NEC tournament quarterfinal game. Congratulations to Lacey Milcarrick of Madison, New Jersey for winning an all-expenses-paid one-year membership to New York sports clubs. Lacey is one of 4 grand prize winners to be selected from the NEC's season-long sports clubs promotion. Additional winners will be announced during upcoming NEC tournament telecasts. And we thank New York Sports Club for their sponsorship of NEC basketball this year. Dave Calloway looking around for some offense. One of the top shooters in Monmouth history. I'm sure he'd love to put the uniform back on for this one.
Step out and hit a few himself, but they're shooting better in this half. 2 out of 4, 50%. Central has yet to make a field goal.
DeLeach had an open look from 3. Monmouth now just 1 out of 9 from downtown. Monmouth starting to cut into the rebounding edge, but Central Connecticut still leading that category by 5. And a foul on the perimeter called against Brandon Owens. That is his first.
This matchup zone creating problems, though, for Central. They really need to move the basketball crisply. You can't be dribbling the ball too much. You just got to move it and move your bodies in and out.
Monmouth has had some great moments in this gym in NEC tournament play. They beat Ryder back in 1996 by 1 point on some free throws by Quincy Lee. Demario Anderson knocks it down for Central. He now has 8 points. Then last year, Monmouth beat this Central Connecticut team here at Boylan Gymnasium to take the league title.
Well, I'm sure they're trying to figure out, Dave, when he keeps looking up at that ceiling, maybe he's trying to imagine those games and bring it back.
Blocking foul as Hamilton took it to the rack. And it looked like Jason Hickenbottom got the worst of that collision.
Jason a little slow in getting up here. We'll get a look at Hamilton as the catch. And good decision here, good call, I think, by the official, and good decision by Blake. Take it right up in there. He's got to get himself to the charity stripe where he's been effective.
77% this year, over 72% for his career. Last year in the NEC championship game had 10 points, 6 rebounds. He now has 11 in this game as Chris Kenny returns for Monmouth, replacing Dejan DeLeach. And DeLeach has struggled lately. He has no points in this game, 0 for 6 from the floor. DeLeach had no points in his last game against St. Francis, New York.
Well, almost 7 minutes gone by here, Dave, and 2 points for Central. They really need to get a bucket and get some consistency back here with their offense.
Absolutely right. Hickenbottom using the glass. He has 9. 9 off the bench for Jason Hickenbottom, a freshman from Simon Gratz High School in Philadelphia. Foul down low, called against Javier Mojica of Central.
It's a great pass inside. Now Jason just makes that little bit of fake and splits the 2 defenders, and look how close again he's getting. anytime the Blue Devils can get inside there, while Dickey's going to score inside, Jason has the ability to score inside. And I think they need to concentrate with the lead to keep going inside and just really minimize their outside shooting.
Central bench has dominated Monmouth 15-3. Brandon Owens has those 3 points off the bench for the Hawks. He has the ball now. He passes to Azzarelli. Hamilton missed it.
A lot of Blue Devils swatting at that.
Oh, Javier Mojica had it go through the wickets.
Well, Tristan Blackwood had the opportunity to go down low or kick it to the wing and go down low that way. Probably should have kicked it off to the wing.
Marcus Alston, a big 3 for the Hawks. Alston is a 46% shooter from downtown.
And really, Dave has not had that many looks here today.
His first basket of the game. 3-point shooting favoring Central Connecticut narrowly. And open Anderson. Alston hitting the glass, his 6th rebound.
So that 3-point shot, when it goes, everybody's excited. But when you miss it, it's usually 1 and out. No offensive boards. And they're not taking the time off the clock that they need to.
It leads to long rebounds and runouts by the other team. And again, the officials trying to clean up the post play. Dave Calloway is incensed, not at the officials, at his own players.
That went against Demario Anderson there, and that's someone they can't afford on the bench. Howie Dickerman does not want him sitting down either.
Monmouth with the ball. They've cut it to 9. Tyler Azzarelli has been pretty quiet. Now Chris Kenny for 3. That would have cut it to 6, but Alston with a rebound. Here's Azzarelli. Get it!
Well, when you believe in your 3-point shot, it doesn't matter. You just keep telling good shooters, take your shots in the normal course of your offense. You will start shooting better. They certainly have now.
The first points of the game for the junior out of Tampa, Tyler Azzarelli. And now the crowd is into it. A 12-4 Monmouth run. Mojica to Blackwood. Anderson fouled by Brandon Owens.
The officials doing a very good job here calling this. Here you see the long rebound. Blackwood got pushed to the floor. I'm not sure that that wasn't a foul, but Tyler said, give me that open look. I'll bury one for us.
Well, you knew there was a lot of basketball yet to be played. Hamilton takes a rest. He has 3 fouls.
Well, the Hawks certainly weren't going to go quietly into the night. This is their home court. They're here to defend it. They've won a lot of ball games here, as we said, 21-4. And we see Wagner on the road taking care of Robert Morris, the number 3 seed, 69-65. Another turnover.
Brandon Owens nearly went off the rails. Alston and 1. Marcus Alston.
Great run by the Hawks to run the floor. Don't think that Owens is going to make that shot. Run the floor, pick up that loose ball, get the stick back.
The roof is going to come off this place. Central Connecticut's lead, once 14, is down to 4 as Marcus Alston is able to finish for the hometown Hawks. 36-32, Central Connecticut leads it. 11:50 left in this quarterfinal game. That tells the story. Central Connecticut dominated the first half. So far, Monmouth has dominated the second half. And the number 1 seed, Hawks, down by 4, 36-32. Paul Dottino has a special guest.
Well, thanks, Dave. Catherine Erickson is in charge of public relations for Valley National Bank, one of our sponsors here on Northeast Conference basketball. We certainly thank you for your participation. And I wonder, what was the impetus to get involved with college athletics as one of your sponsorships?
Well, at Valley, we have a history, a tradition of supporting the community. The majority of the students that attend the conference or to participate in the conference reside within our footprint. So it was just really a perfect fit. By supporting the students, we're supporting the community where we do business.
And I also noticed, you know, the cartoon-type commercials that we run during the broadcast. You kind of get the young kids interested in putting their money in the bank. That's a pretty neat thing.
That's part of our commitment to financial literacy. We have a whole campaign, and we spend a lot of, it's been a great campaign. Yeah.
How many branches do you have in the Northeast area?
We have 134 branches in 11 communities. We're located in northern New Jersey, central New Jersey. We're in the process of acquiring North Crown Bank and Shrewsbury Bank, which will really cement us into this Monmouth County area. So we're very excited about that.
Catherine Erickson of Valley National Bank, thanks for stopping by, and continued success to your business.
Thank you very much.
Okay, Dave, back to you.
Good job, Paul, as Central gets it into Rich Pittman, and he is fouled by Brent Wilson. 11:32 left in this game. Dave Popkin, Terry O'Connor, Paul Dottino with you at Dave Calloway's house, Boylan Gymnasium. And this has turned into a doozy as Pittman, a 60% free throw shooter, goes to the line. And Howie Dickinman just can't look.
Well, at least they got him to the line. It's one of the few times they've been able to get the ball inside. They've only scored 4 points, and almost 8.5 minutes have gone by. And there you see the 15 points, 10 boards. Pittman not getting it done here tonight. And Central just can't buy a basket. 2 for 7, 28% here in the second half versus their outstanding 52% in the first half. The story of the second half, poor shooting.
Marcus Alston has helped lead this comeback for the Hawks. He's in there with Azzarelli, Owens, Wilson, and Kenny. Hamilton on the bench with 3 fouls and getting a rest. The 18-footer by Brent Wilson off the mark.
This is an opportunity now with Hamilton on the bench for Central to get back in things, maybe get the ball inside a little more often.
Long three-pointer for Lenny Jefferson. His first basket of the game, 39-32 Central.
And he has certainly been quiet, but he's certainly one of the players for Central, Dave, that's capable of getting a lot of points in a hurry.
Absolutely, a 40% three-point shooter. Marcus Alston fouled on the floor.
Well, while Dickey not happy about that, neither was Howie Dickinman. I thought he was in a pretty good defensive position. Alston just made a nice spin move. I'm not sure there was really any contact there at all, and I'm sure Howie's saying, Jackie, how can you do this to me? We're good buddies.
A couple cheapies on Wadiki tonight. He's sitting with 3 fouls. Chiera and Anderson also have 3 fouls apiece for Central. Hamilton is the only one with 3 for Monmouth. Neither team in the bonus yet. Hawks down 7 with the ball. Stolen by Mojica. Javier Mojica, the sophomore from Auburn, Massachusetts.
Well, nice move there. He knew that Kenny had taken the left-handed layup away from him, so he just dribbled around, made the little spin move for the little jumper.
Mojica was perfect in his last game. 21 points on 6 of 6 shooting versus Quinnipiac. See the turnovers. Central with 3 more. And Rich Pittman able to draw the charge on Blake Hamilton, and that is his 4th foul. He was in the game for less than a minute.
And there you're going to see the good position by Hamilton, but watch, he dips the arm and the shoulder. You don't need to do that. Turn and go up, and you know you have 3 fouls. So really, for a senior, that's a mistake he should just not make.
What a look on Hamilton's face, like a kid with his hand in the cookie jar.
Now, he knew he had made the fatal mistake there.
Hey fans, check out the official store of the Northeast Conference at www.necstore.org. This brand new web store offers a wide selection of NEC merchandise as well as gear featuring your favorite conference team's logo, such as that Central Connecticut fleece pullover. Check it out, necstore.org. Blake Hamilton leads Monmouth with 12 points, but he is playing with 4 fouls and still plenty of time to go. 9:55 left in the ballgame. Dave Calloway choosing to leave his star out there. Hamilton is the player of the year in the NEC.
You know what, Dave? I think I'd put him on the bench now. I think 9:44, there's plenty of time. your team is back in the ball game, your crowd is in the ball game. I mean, if he fouls out, that really can be the death knell. So I'm not so sure this is going to be a good decision. And if I'm Central, I'm going to go at Blake Hamilton and make him play it.
Absolutely. Justin Chiera over to Jefferson. Chris Kenny starts the break. Azzarelli. Get it!
That's where Monmouth is so effective. The quick run out, but then all 5 guys run the floor and they spot up from beyond the arc. They get the ball reversed and wide open looks.
Monmouth cuts it to 6. 3-point field goal shooting just about even. Each team has made 4. Azzarelli has knocked down 2 here in the second half. They've been big.
And I really think they need to go to Pittman down low or Hickenbottom and make Blake Hamilton play defense.
Mojica misses. Marcus Alston there on the boards again. 8 rebounds to lead everyone. .15 on the shot clock. Azzarelli off of Hamilton, out of bounds.
Hawks doing a very good job right now running their offense. All 5 white shirts moving, which wasn't happening before. There you see the good rebound. Now watch, everybody's running the floor. 5 white shirts running the floor. The push up to the corner. Tyler spots up from behind the 3 and says, this is just like practice drills.
Azzarelli had a fine Northeast Conference tournament last year, was named to the all-tournament team, had a career-high 19 versus Central Connecticut in the championship game. You see the patch that he's wearing on his uniform for his brother, who was overseas in Afghanistan. Pittman, that won't count. He traveled first.
Well, I'm not so sure it was a travel first or the contact caused the travel, but Hamilton on the bench, so he didn't get in any more foul trouble with less than 8 to go.
Things getting close for Howie Dickenman and his staff. Central Connecticut leading Monmouth 41-35 here in West Long Branch.
British Airways, the way to fly.
Ford, the most powerful line of the best-selling vehicles on the planet. Now starting at just $199 a month for a Ford Explorer Sport Track. A well-equipped 4x4 XLT edition for an incredibly low $199 for a limited time.
A very contentious game here at Boylan Gymnasium on the campus of Monmouth. Central Connecticut State leading at 41-35 in a Northeast Conference tournament quarterfinal game. Under 8 minutes to go. One of today's Valley National Bank Scholar Athlete Award recipients is Central Connecticut State swimmer Jamie Crowley. Crowley is an education major with a 3.29 grade point average. She was the 2004 NEC Swimmer of the Year. At the conclusion of the season, a donation on behalf of Valley National Bank will be presented to each NEC school for use in their general scholarship funds. Shadow, the Hawk mascot, trying to urge the crowd on. Fairleigh Dickinson defeated St. Francis, New York tonight in the quarters, 78-60, behind 20 points from Tamian Trent. LIU victorious over St. Francis, PA, and Wagner wins on the road against the number 3 seed Robert Morris, 69-65. Paul Dottino, what do you have?
Howie Dickenman just told his Blue Devils, all we need are 5 rebounds the rest of the way, and I think we can win this thing. He wants 5 rebounds off the boards. However, Coach Callaway on the other side, as you can see, Blake Hamilton's back in the game. They're going to try to run a high post play for Kenny, and here he goes. Back to you.
Hamilton down low, created contact, no call, and he slams it. 14 points for Blake Hamilton. It's a 4-point game.
Well, Rich Pittman, there's no way that he can guard Hamilton inside there. But again, I think Hamilton has to be very careful about committing that 5th foul. And certainly he's more likely to do it on an offensive foul.
Justin Chiera, good 3-point shooter to Wadiki. Now Blackwood, the Canadian freshman. Wadiki with a look inside to Rich Pittman, his first basket.
They've been very successful when they've been able to get the ball to Obi Wadiki right in the middle. He's a very good passer. He knows to look low, opposite to the block. His teammates are going to be there.
Pittman finally getting into the act. He's the lone holdover from Central Connecticut's 2002 NEC championship team. Delis! Unleashed. His first basket.
And it couldn't come at a better time. He gets that crowd again back up in here. The fever pitch that they need to keep the run going.
Wadiki gets it back from Blackwood. Hamilton playing good defense.
Well, he did an excellent job of avoiding that foul. Just kept his body.
Kenny for 3. That would have tied it. Central rushing it up there. 3-ball good for Tristan Blackwood. 9 points on 3 threes. And instead of Monmouth tying it on a Kenny 3, Central answers with a 3 of their own. Delis. .535 left in the game. Hamilton cut off.
Nice job there defensively by Pittman.
Azzarelli. It went off of Central Connecticut. Good call by Ed Corbett. And Monmouth will have it.
There you see Justin Chiera bringing the ball right up the middle of the floor. He knows his teammate, filling that right side lane. And again, spot up from beyond the arc. Tristan Blackwood, not a great 3-point shooter at only 30% on the season. Nothing but net on that rainbow.
Sometimes the best threes are the ones in transition when you can shoot it in rhythm. Central Connecticut leading at 46-40 with 5:28 left in the game. For all the latest news and notes from around the NEC, visit us on the web at northeastconference.org. It's everything you need to know and more, especially at this time of year. Paul Dottino, the Sultan of the Sidelines, has some news for us.
Dave, we have watched Monmouth often enough over the last 4 years to know that this is usually Dwayne Byfield time. But the senior guard injured his foot just the other day. He is day-to-day. Monmouth coach Dave Callaway said before the game, we hope we have him back on Sunday if we get that far. But Byfield is usually so cool hitting key threes and moving the ball around and running that offense. And boy, the Hawks have missed him tonight. Back to you.
They have, Paul. Delis has stepped up, and Azzarelli in the second half trying to fill that void. Fell on Javier Mojica, his second. And Howie Dickinman trying to calm him down on the sideline, pulls him out of the game.
Well, you got to play defense with your feet, and he did have his hands up, and the official, Eddie Corbett, right on it. And the officials have done a great job here, I think, tonight to make sure both teams know that we're going to call it close. And as long as you know that and it's consistent on both sides, then you just go play the game.
Both teams in the bonus. Delis hits the front end of the 1-and-1. Had 9 off the bench the last time versus Central Connecticut on February 25th. It was a 1-point Monmouth win. The Hawks swept Central this year. Central Connecticut with the ball up by 4 points, 5:20 left in the game. Central with a very small lineup out there. Hickenbottom directing traffic, the freshman. Blackwood, another freshman, missed wildly.
You know, I don't know, Dave, whether he was trying to shoot it or Wadicki was down low on the other side and he lost control of it. I think he was looking to make the pass along the baseline.
Azzarelli couldn't connect on his third three of the half. Monmouth has gotten some open looks that they haven't been able to connect on from downtown. Central working some clock, now down to 17 on the ticker. 4.5 minutes left in the game. DeMario Anderson misses.
A little weak on that jump shot, but they do a very nice job of rotating people through the middle of that lane. DeMario Anderson, you couldn't get a better look.
Monmouth going with Hamilton, Alston, Azzarelli, Delish, and Kenny. Marcus Alston has 2 game winners this year. He's a clutch player, feeding Hamilton, who nearly traveled